There we are. Hey. Oh, I'm all over the shop here. There we go. Ah, well, what a palaver. Alright, Faff. I was streaming, but again, YouTube wasn't saying I'm streaming and all that stuff. Not what you need on a Saturday morning. What have I done so far? I've brought in the frigates. I reached my unit cap. So I went and spent some stupid amount of money on expansion slots for my multi-tool. Not the one I'm holding in my hands, but one I'm looking to build up to replace it. So I spent 300 million units on that. It's still nowhere ready, but that's given me space here. I've gone from 429 something, 4.29 billion units to 3.7 billion units. Still a lot of units. I'm no way poor, for sure. But it means now, at least I can sell things to the Galactic Federation and get the money for it. Activated Emerald can go, that chromatic metal can go, get relics can go, the dirty bronze can go, the geodesite can go, activated cabion, the hybrid grout thop sprouts, the sac venom, don't care about those, oronium, activated indium can go, the Viking daggers can go, and the lemium, and the rotten industrial canister. You are back from your expeditions. I am, sire, I am. What did you bring me? I have a rotten industrial canister. Well, it makes me laugh. Iridesite, gravity nobles, and Corvettes case, they can all go. Okay, well, anything with a red price, I can get a better price for by going to the correct economies that these products are in demand for. So this wants a manufacturing economy. You can see that in the purple writing in the text. This needs high tech. That needs manufacturing. That needs trading. And there are, I think, 6 types of economy. Let's see if I can remember them off pat. We've got manufacturing, high tech, trading, mining, scientific, manufacturing, high tech, manufacturing, high tech. Anyway, there are 6. There's another one which I can't. I've got scientific, high tech, trading, manufacturing. I'm going around in circles now, but there are 6. And those different economies have a scale of how prosperous they are, a scale of 1 to 3. And selling to a 3-star economy gives you better rewards than it would be to a 1-star economy. Basic principles like that keep you alive. Now, you can get into the weeds and start looking for 80-20s, which are economies that will sell, buy things at 80% over and 20, and will sell things at 20% under. They are normally booming, but at normally 78%, 75% is fine for me. I'm not going to run around looking for the real high returns because units are capped. And when you're at this point of continually hitting that ceiling, it doesn't really matter. I have to manage my money as I would any other resource in a fixed resource that is limited. So I'm back. We've got all these things that we're not going to sell right yet. But what we will do is go round my little base network. We went to the Atlantis crossing already this morning, but that was on the stream that didn't work. And I didn't do anything there when I was there, but so we will go there and sort out what my job is. I'm the overseer of this small settlement, and what they want the overseer to do is make the big decisions which they can't resolve. Some of those will be disputes, and the reason they're coming to you is because they cannot be resolved. But it's not hard and fast what's good and bad here. However, my settlement is doing very well. It's on a paradise planet. We've got 100% happiness. They're very productive. 83 citizens doing very well. And every day they make me 315 gamma root and 314 gamma root and 31 mesh decouplers. That's what these guys do. And in return, I need to make decisions like this. I'm going to take this one. Our scientists wish to improve the settlement, but are unsure how to proceed. Some argue for improving our maintenance systems is vital. Others insist our priority must be improving citizen welfare. Now, citizen welfare is calculated by how happy they are. My citizens are already 100% happy. In fact, I know that they're more than 100% happy, because when you take some of their happiness away, they still stay 100% happy. So I'm basically running a cult of Viking and assorted others. So I'm not going to fund happiness, because we can't get happiness any higher than it is. I do have some maintenance costs, so I'm going to reduce that. My maintenance cost is now down to 0 per day, which is great, and they're still happy. Look, they're still 100% happy. Look at that. Superb. And we will nip over to the parking lot, which is in a star system quite near to Atlantis Crossing, but is actually thousands of light years away. It's difficult to describe. It's in a completely different galaxy from where my capital ship is. These journeys through a 90s rave skirt, that's the only way I can put it, cover vast distances, incalculably large distances. This is a base that I built out of prefabricated components, which you can get access to in No Man's Sky, and it allows me to grow a number of items. So every morning, did I get that one? I did. I run around these biomes, which allow me to harvest all the materials that have been growing in them, and that allows me to make some specific materials. It allows me to make 8 lubricant, 40 panes of glass, and 40 panes of glass and 8 lubricant make living glass. make 8, in fact. I can also make 3 polyfiber, 3 heat capacitors, 2 unstable gel, and 2 acid. And polyfibers and heat capacitors make circuit boards, and unstable gel and acid makes liquid explosive. But I'm not going to make them yet. One of the other things I'm growing in there is nip buds, which are considered a contraband item in the galactic network. I don't know what the analog would be in the real world. And if I get caught carrying that, I can end up in trouble with the authorities. And who are the authorities? The authorities are an autonomous bunch of machinery that are known as the Sentinels. And they can get very antsy with your progress as you move along. And the reason I've stopped at this level of production is I want to ensure that I am building up an excess. I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I like having lots of materials available. I have these 10 storage containers that are here. Each one of these terminals is a storage container, and those storage containers contain all the stock that I have been relentlessly hoarding over the years. Do I want to make circuit boards? Not circuit boards. I definitely don't want unstable gel. That can be sold. Let's have a look at what I've got in I have 2 levels of stock. I have my stock level, which are normally 3 items of whatever the thing is, and then I have an overflow or surplus, which I can make bigger things with. And I'm just seeing if I can definitely make some cryogenic chambers. Again, these recipes are in my head, because cryopumps and living glass can make cryogenic chambers. And I can make 3 of those from base, and they can go there. Portable reactors is liquid explosive and fusion accelerants. I've got 7 fusion accelerants in surplus. I've got 2 here, and I can definitely take 5 of those and make portable reactors. Every time you make something, I'm pretty sure there's a hard and fast rule. If you combine 2 elements, you make something normally that's worth more on the market. These aren't the items I'm actually interested in. The items I'm interested in making are stasis devices and fusion igniters. These are 2 components of those items. And the other major component is quantum processors. Quantum processors are made with superconductors and circuit boards. I think that's where I'm a little held back at the moment. Yeah, but I can make more. I've got 6 and 6 here. 6 polyfiber and 6 heat capacitors will make me 6 circuit boards. And those 6 circuit boards with 6 superconductors, that will make 6 quantum processors. And now, which way do we want to go? Doesn't really matter. I've got 3. I'll take these portable reactors. 6 of those and 6 of those, plus 6. I think it's geodesite, which is a more basic material. Should make fusion igniters. Portable reactor, quantum process, geodesite. 6 of those. So let's put that portable reactor away. And this bunch of fusion igniters will make, at list price, 93,600,000 units. So I'm going to put it here in my capital ship cargo. It's there because this is the cargo I use to sell things from. It can get very messy trying to sell from such a big cargo storage area as your exosuit or your starship. So for my ease of gameplay, I put everything in here, the freighter, and then I can, when I go to a galactic trade terminal, which are the oh, I haven't thought about the flow there. These things. I can choose the right inventory, my freighter inventory, and then see what I can sell. So I'm actually going to make 95 million because the price here in this economy is 2% above. And that's pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, no, it's called VJ Matrix. Please welcome on the visuals tonight, VJ Matrix. Okay. That's okay. That's all good. Now, where are we? We're in a star system called Nababate. 4 planets, an icy planet, a tropical planet, a radioactive planet, and a reliquary. And I've not been to a reliquary, and I think we will go and have a look at that. Auricky, you're so fine, you reliquary, my mind. X38, Auricky. There's also a tropical planet worth having a look at. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit Auricky X38. And this is what I spend most of my life in No Man's Sky doing. travelling to new star systems. And finding interesting planets to explore. And what I expect to see, yes. A planet described as a reliquary is a place where relics are stored. And there are. The whole place is littered with sort of ancient building materials, randomly strewn. Oh, I just hit that by mistake. Let's see if we can find a waypoint flag. Now, searching for settlements or waypoints is twofold. You do have a scanner which might pick up on their signatures, and it's also visual. There's one, because sometimes they don't get picked up on. Now, why do I look for these? Well, that's a good question. Look, quite often they will offer a parking spot. If you see those rings, and if you use a parking spot like that, sometimes they have pads, but they offer the same thing. It means that it won't impact your fuel. Spaceships need and so does everything in No Man's Sky, require different types of fuel, which you have to make. And by using free parking, as I like to call it, you don't spend any fuel. Now, I like discovering animals. My visor has many, many functions, but one of them is to tell me where living things are. Without going into too much of the lore of No Man's Sky, every planet has an entry in the database that says how many types of, how many species there are on a planet. Got two more here at least. A big wettish hermit crab. There are 14 different species on this planet. And if you collect them all, you can get awarded with a bonus in, what are they called? Nanites. Nanites are a different type of currency, different from units. There are different types of animals. There are ground-dwelling animals, like these. We have flying animals. We also have underwater animals and underground animals. A planet will often have a mixture of those. Let's have a look at the database entry. We've got an uncommon flying diurnal, which means daily. Some underwater. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, kind of a... Okay, it's a bit broken up, but we've got the most ground ones. There's an uncommon one that's flying during the day that we haven't seen. Then rare underwater, common underwater, common underwater, and common underwater. So there's 4 underwater animals. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 flying, which is 5, and then 2 underground for me to discover. Well, we are in the daytime, so it's worthwhile keeping my eye out for I think that's them. And that's all the flying ones done, and now we've got underwater, underwater, underground, 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 and underwater. What does underground mean? Well, there are caves like this. No, this is not a cave that goes anywhere. Relatively nice planet. I'm liking the green to orange grass. Weather seems pleasant enough. Sure, there are a couple of animals that are trying to kill me, but you know. That's to be expected. I'm going to have a look around to see whether I can see some cave entrances. I'll pick up some condensed carbon while I'm here. And I'm not choosing any direction deliberately. Cave entrances can be difficult to spot. No. Possibly over there. Oh, right here. Okay. Animals aren't the only things you can discover. You can discover the minerals and the flora. There's one of the underground. Livers. So let's go for a walk. We've got another red dot around the corner. It's saying 60 units above me. What I'm going to do is carve a hole 20 units isn't far. Everything's chewing on that. It's the circle alive, people. Circle alive. There was another red dot, but alright, let's see if we can find that hole I just dug for myself. There. What's that? Which has just vanished. It was there. No, I've lost it. So let's see if I can find this other underground living thing. This looks like a dead end to me. Yeah. I've got you. So there's 5 left to discover. And they're all underwater? 1, 2, 3. There's 1 underground, common underground as well. Alright, I was... I thought another cave entrance that I saw over towards this hill, but I can't be sure. What I can be sure of is I am the first human being, and this includes all the people at Hello Games who made this game. I'm the first person to see this world. In fact, it could be said this world didn't exist before I turned up. And you could argue that it still doesn't exist because it's just a computer game. But that's the thing I love about this. There are something like 18 quintillion planets in No Man's Sky. There's a bouncer. See it. There it is. Happy in his work. Alright, so that's all the land-based creatures. How far is my ship away? 800 units. I will go for the walk because it's a nice day. The weather is not too upsetting. Here we are, back. Now, I didn't have to come back to my ship. I could have called my ship to me, but I don't mind. Taking a walk on a nice planet. Let's find a sea. I did see some from space as on our approach. Yeah, there. Let's swim. That's two of them. We need two more to find. There's one. Oh, beautiful shoal of bioluminescent fish there. So I must say the sea is a bit dull here. As teeming with life as it is. Did see a settlement icon. That's my ship. Kind of the opposite way. There. And there are weird things in the No Man's Sky universe. So there are fish. These fish here. They're the ones that I can pick up on my scanner here. That's an armoured clam. according to my visor, it's not alive. It's not one of the animals I'm looking for. Where did that base go? I know it's underground. So we just need one more to find, and it is rare underwater. Okay. Hey, porridge. And as we have no other information, interesting rock. Then it is rare and it lives underwater. It's just going to be a case of swimming until you find it. I'm going to swim to the south. I'm hoping deeper water might improve my chances. And it might make the seabed a little bit more exciting, and it is, definitely. Really? Still not scanned that? Okay, scan that. And you'll hear, as I scan things, I will get units received. It is handfuls of units, like tens of units, I can't remember exactly what you get per thing discovered. Still going south. I'm expecting a relatively big life form. I need to make sure my breathing apparatus is topped up.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
An alluring specimen. Still nothing. What looking is for that telltale red dot. What I might do is bring my starship to me. And try and find a bit of sea, which is miles from anywhere. Let's go out to think about the space. These are other people's, well, NPCs, I should say. Right there, let's go there. There are still islands. Not drinking enough coffee, there's my problem. This is a lot deeper. Well, yes. And there it is. I'm not sure what it is. It's some sort of worm. Dosa. Cool. I have found all the living creatures that my advisor thinks live upon this planet. That is not my ship, that's my capital ship in space. That's my ship. When you do that, you complete the fauna discovery list, you can pick up a bonus. And nights are good because they're a more limited economy. and buy other things that units couldn't. I think I wanted to have a look at the tropical planet, Ralandown. Though tropical sounds fun, holiday-like, actually, we have dangerously hot fog. But luckily, my exo seat is well suited for such a adventure. Oh, stretching my legs. This isn't the only game I stream. I'm also streaming Star Wars Jedi Survivor in the evenings. Roughly about a 3-hour stream, 2 to 3 hour stream. Very different game from No Man's Sky. You're following a plot. You're following a story. This is just open-ended exploration. There is no win in No Man's Sky. There is no completed the game. I'm actually going to start in the ocean. I think, yes. I am going to take a picture. Look at that. It's not a water world, but that's a sight, isn't it? Bring the sun down a bit more. There we go, isn't that pretty? Lovely. Wow. There's an abandoned freighter over there. Crashed freighter, I should say. That's 2 of 11 species to be found. There's 3. Now, I don't know how many underwater animals are until I look at the Discovery's entry for this planet. I've never done a freighter underwater. Plenty above ground and plenty in space, but doing one underwater. Oops. Would you like to go over the thing? There we go. Good lad. It seems to me that it would be a real pain. Oh, there's a cargo pod. Oh, I've gone past. There we go. Abandoned Hulk. Why? Where do the other superheroes go? Error, unexpected lock termination. Make sure I've got the air that I need to breathe. There we go.
Recharge.
Oh, there you are. I've attached this from the wrong angle. So there we go. There should be 6 of these cargo pods. This should be the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Even these bits that I'm scraping off the exterior of them, the residual gloop and viscous fluids, they have a purpose. They have value. That was 4. Four or 5, I can't remember. I would say somehow this is actually easier than doing them above ground. And sure, this is a mild distraction to what we were. Okay. That's a wall, so I need to be outside of this. There we go. Ooh, that I want. Well, there's still one there, according to my scanner. There we go. Teleport coordinates. Okay. Not so interested in that. I think that's going to be it. This broken down old freighter. There's a storm going on the surface. It is a... Oh, it's no longer a storm. And it is night time. Oh, there is a storm going on, that's what I thought. There's my ship over there. Well, that's 4 underwater animals. So let's have a look at the list. Rare ground, common flying, rare underground, and common underground. So you might notice a small change in my voice. And hearing the words rare underground. This is the hardest thing to find, I think, in No Man's Sky. The hardest animal to find, at least. Because in underground environments are difficult to find. And then you have to factor in the rarity. Even though you find a cave, it might not be there. So, we're underwater and flying and ground dwellers Oh. I don't need to jump up, I can do that. You don't have to find it. I mean, yes, sure, you need to find a water environment, but look how big this water environment is. It's massive. So once you're in it, rarity is just more a case of swimming. With a cave, you're limited to how big that cave is. Right, let's go to the sunny side of the planet, because there was nothing nocturnal on that list I didn't see. What I didn't do was take advantage of, on that Reliquary planet, I love that word, Reliquary, there is a cave entrance there. So I'm going to land. So cave it is clear, you just need to decide that you can actually land. Yeah, sure, it's at an angle, but it's fine. So you have to find caves like this, which can be hard. Then you have to explore those caves. Excuse me. Oh, I do apologise. Nobody was expecting a sneeze. And in defence of them, caves are relatively easy. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. They're relatively easy to explore. You do get these pieces of hazardous flora, but as long as you've got a mining beam, which is your basic weapon, you should be able to deal with them. Well, before I go into this cave, I'm going to pick up these guys. These are, I think there was many rare ground dwellers. And I thought I saw something flying as well. Hello. And there's only one flying animal on this planet. Rare ground, rare underground, common underground. Alright, so 2 animals. Can't see any other living things. And this is my... Yeah, so the next statement should be taken with a pinch of salt, because I haven't been able to prove this, because it's difficult to prove, but finding animals is all to do with your visor, which I'm triggering by pressing the L2 button. And my impression is that the visor doesn't work as well underground as it does above ground or in water. It seems to have a shorter range. As I say, it's very difficult to prove because I haven't ever spotted an animal, an underground animal from afar, from a great distance, and chased it down. That's only 22 units away. And a unit is roughly, let's say, a metre or a yard. Okay. Another thing just popped into my head. It's gone. It's disappeared. Why have you disappeared, red dot? You were there. You're there. There's 100. That's, I think, above ground. Oh, that's frustrating. I was talking to somebody. Yeah, let's have a look at that. I'm going to carve a hole. Let me just refuel my terrain manipulator.
Technology recharge.
It's still there, 2 red dots. Alright, let's get out. Oh, well, we've got a predator. This predator I've not met. It's out. All right. Predators are just grumpy old beings that you can calm down by just feeding them. They're only angry, that's all they are. And their anger has turned them to a carnivorous lifestyle, a predatory lifestyle. Their hunger. So if you feed them, they become your friend for a short period of time. Lovely plants. So we've just got the 2 underground animals left to find now. So I'm going to go back in my hole here. Back into the cave. Oh, my hay fever is streaming today. My apologies for that. Alright, I think we're at a dead end. I which way did I come in? Which way's my ship? I think I came in that way. I am going to continue with my left arm trailing, which means I'm going to keep the wall next to my left hand side. I find this a good way of exploring. I'm sure many other people do it too. Exploring places which you don't know the layout of. And though it will always only just do the, oh hello, animal 1, I expect it is the common one, yes, it is the common one. A little crab-like being, hello, where are you? And then they vanish. That's a lot of hazardous flora. When these were first introduced into the game, they scared the living daylights out of me. I thought by killing them they made more and it would never end, and that's how you die. But no, that's just the impression I like to give. Rocks. You. It's definitely one of the common aspects of caving. Spelunking. Okay, this is where I came in and there are 2 entrances. You can stop it. So I'm going to carry on down here. This might be a dead end. Or maybe not. Caves are, however, if you're ever starting out in No Man's Sky, relatively safe places to be. You're protected from the elements, so you don't have to worry about your shielding. What you do need to worry about is 1, the fauna, and 2, the flora. And caves are very good. A very good source of cobalt. And cobalt is a useful mineral to have, because cobalt makes iron batteries, and iron batteries are really one of the fuels that is good for all of your shielding. Okay, I think this cave is done. Just making sure. There was a question mark. Sadly, we didn't find the rare being. Kind to be expected. It would be extremely lucky, wouldn't it, to just find one cave. Hello, mate. Here you go. Here's a creature palette. what I might do is have a look around. It's dark, so it makes it tricky to see entrances. Because anything with a shadow looks like it could be a cave entrance. But possibly there. Again, the scanner, for whatever reason, has a horrible monochrome effect to it. I wish it didn't. This desaturation of what you see. It would just be nice for it to be. I'm gonna just take that condensed carbon, because I always like to pick up some condensed carbon. So let's go on to another cave and see whether I can find our... I'm trying to think of a word that begins with F to mean rare. Infrequent fauna friend? There's a base down there. Excuse me. Okay. Is that a cave over there? I'm not so keen about going to explore caves that are near water, because they can end up to be, underwater, which is the wrong type of environment that we're looking for. So let's not worry about that threat. It's only a pirate. Oh, 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 oh. There's a cave. I think it's directly behind there. Oh, what's you? Come on, cave. Work your magic. Let's roll them dice. Alright, we will explore with my left hand trailing. What I've learned is, the reason I bring up the scanner is my scanner has a range of about, I think it's about 1,000 units. Units is close to a meter. That's right. And I had an American colleague on my stream. I can't remember who it was. I have a number of candidates I could choose from, and I don't want to say the wrong name. You complained, well, not complained, but pointed out that they didn't know how big a meter was. So a meter is just over a yard. So just think in yards. but a bit longer. If you had a ruler at school, it would have probably been a 30 centimetre ruler. And that 30 centimetre is equivalent to a foot in imperial, and a yard is 3 feet. So a yard is 90 centimetres, and a metre is 100. That cave was not very exciting. So there you go. Simple-ish way of thinking about metres and yards. A yard is just shy, it was 10 centimetres, it's like 9/10 of a metre. Okay, let's move on. There's another cave entrance right there. I'm going to try it because you never know. And there's one on that hill up there. How do I point that one? Yeah, there's one just there. But just behind my ship is another good candidate. Here we are. See how easy they can be missed? And until you actually get them, you don't know if they are an opening to a bigger cave network. Look at that. Some proper spelunking going on. I'm going to open this up a bit and see whether this... Oh my word! How about that? I mean, how do these things end up there? Let's not worry about it, let's move on. Can't see anything, I'm running out of space. It looks like it might close up here. Possibly though. Does it open out into a bigger cave? No sign.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Just giving it another scan just in case. Because rare animals can just appear. Oh, I thought that was it, that was moving. Seeing if that predator is... he's above the ground. Hostile creature, he's just angry, that's all he is, he's just angry, look. Give him some food and he's okay. Oh, I've fallen down that hole again. There we go. Alright? Where's your mate? Come here. There you go. There's my ship. We thought we could see another entrance, right? I'm going to head back to my ship so I can get that same perspective as when I landed. No. Well, in the I wouldn't say the cold light of day because it's very, very warm. I can't see an entrance. That might be one. Yes. Another cave. And my experience of doing this, which I'm gaining more and more of every time I play, is that just popping your head into a cave and giving it a quick scan doesn't necessarily tell you. I'm using my right hand training here. Whether an animal is in there. See, does this mean I'm in the same cave as I was before? I think I am. Just a different entrance. Maybe not. This entrance doesn't look right to me either. No, it's definitely the same one. Alright. We'll move on and look for another cave entrance. Don't think that is. That is. Come on, you lovely rare animal, where are you? You coming in here, are you? Come here, come on, come on. There you go. It's all you want. Interesting route. Well, it's a mineral actually. Right arm training. Nope. Ooh. Oh, okay, it's just a cave entrance. Keep my right arm training. Yeah. Rather difficult. Yeah, nice.
Units received.
Okay. Very slidey cave, but no dice on the rare animal. Come on. This is where I got into that little cave network. Let's carry on with my right arm training. Nothing. I mean, they don't appear in this cave. That will be frustrating because this is vast. No, no sign. Ah, there he is. And again, very short distance between me and that animal appearing, only 50 units. And you have to try and factor in the metagaming understanding of what's going on here. You're playing a computer game, right? How does a computer game work out whether something's rare or not? Well, there will be a chance, a random calculator. That is working it out from the player's perspective. Just blow up some roxas on here. No, I won't. Right, if the player is in this environment, what are the chances? What I don't know is that more detail of that actual calculation. Is it to do with the whole cave? Is it to do with how long they stay underground? So many things. Are there more factors limiting the appearance of a rare animal than we are privileged to? Like size? My personal experience of size is they can appear anywhere. Large creatures can appear in small bodies of water, and it's kind of hilarious when they do. But I'm not interested in taking out a pirate for 145,000 units. Sorry. It's Gek Day. here on the flight deck. I think we're in a black hole system, so we can just go and jump into a black hole. If I remember rightly, Navigate was a black hole system. Doesn't show it here in the planetary probe. If we look at the galactic map, yeah, there's a black hole here. That's what I want. Again, not that interested. Where is he? He's there. Well, he's only 12. 112. Okay, thanks guys. If I get back in my ship here, black hole is the that thing right there. I'm going to throw myself into it. Okay, we are in the Ulweli system in Calypso. We have walked 461,000 light years, and we are now 237,000 light years from the center. Black holes mostly appear in yellow star systems. I think the most common star system. That looks like a big hump of dung. I'm going to bring in my freighter. And we'll go up to the bridge and operate the planetary probe. 5 worlds. Omchurch Fujio, which is Forsaken. Kip Torvu Magan, which is Scalding. Foggy Planet and Novastown Imiz. Valap Cygna, which is bleak, and Frost, a sub-zero planet in Orpa Alpha. None of those really excite me. I should press the right button. We'll take that, and we'll just make sure I have claimed the creature bonus here. Yes, and on Auricky. Yeah, good. Because it can be forgotten. None of these planets sound that exciting to me. And so we will carry on our journey towards the centre. The centre is that pink dot. My capital ship has a range of about 5,000 light years, 5.2. I really would like to go to Sayano Clunt, but it's just a bit too far. Hoi blow, you're, how about you? I think you're too far as well. Yeah. Let me back up a bit. Ukubara is not bad, 4.9. Yostio is, oh, so close. What about Beihai? Beihai? That looks good. Actually behind that star. All right. Votalku. Probably another yellow star. And we have a gamma intensive planet, high radio source with radioactivity. So radioactive, a hazy planet, relatively nondescript, glacial, Kunatst Hyperborean, which is cold and blighted. Again, it's a pirate system, but none of these planets really are exciting to me to move. So we will carry on our journey. And throw ourselves into this beautiful black hole. Here we go. Okay. I'm guessing that's a cold planet right in front of us. Hyperborean, yes. And let's bring my freighter in. And again, if you're not familiar with No Man's Sky, I'm currently in the Calypso galaxy. This is the third galaxy you can get to. You start out in one called Euclid, the second one is called Hilbert, and the third one is called Calypso. Galaxies are approximately 800,000 light years in radius. I presume that they're spread out on a galactic disk. I'm not sure how thick that disk is, but I've been to the edge of a galaxy where stars run out and it's just a void. These look very cold, and that's about 800,000 light years. So we've got desolate, scalding, caustic, and hyperborean. Again, I'm going to move on. And there are 256 galaxies. It's something like 18 quintillion planets within the whole system. There are billions of stars, quintillions of planets to discover. You would never get to the point of discovering them all. So you have to make choices along the way. What interests you? And for me, it's pretty planets mostly, or just odd. And I've been to enough cold and radioactive and toxic and hot planets. That's not bad. That's too far. That looks too far as well. Yep. So right now I'm looking for stars with black holes in them. So my freighter can jump about 5,000 light years, and when you jump into a black hole, though you travel an inordinate amount of distance, you're kind of spiraling towards the center of the galaxy. Each time you jump into a black hole, you'll move roughly about 7,000 light years to another star system, nowhere in the space that you were, but it will be slightly nearer. So by doing this combination of freighter jump and black hole jump, I can travel about 12,000 light years towards the center. Oh, we've already looked. No, incandescent, rainy moon, and a poisonous planet. Just because Dasamet yeah, we'll go to the rainy moon of Westossev. And we might go to the toxic planet. Just because it looked interesting. So if this is the third galaxy out of 256, I am the first player in No Man's Sky to actually visit this star system. Okay, it's on the other side of this ringed planet. Let's go and have a look. I live in London, so rainy doesn't put me off. Kind of used to rain here in London. It's a long way away for planetary interference, but we are between a big planet and this is its moon, so my pulse engine doesn't work. That's all right. Ooh. It's nice. Misty. But nice. Looking for a little settlement which I can put my ship down on. Nothing so far. That's surprising. There's one over there. There's one right there. No parking. Do we fancy our chances of seeing some parking over there? Nah, let's go. I'm not that fussed by it. But I do like collecting what I call collecting flags. Each potential settlement has one of these things. Each sector, that's what it's called. And you get a few nanites for that. Right, let's see what animals are here. I'll mark that building so we can maybe head towards that. There's a flying one here, which I'm failing to lock onto. There we go. 2 of 5, very little, very few. Oh, not so many. Trying to find other ways of saying those words. 5 out, only 5. We've got 2 grounds that are rare and an uncommon ground. So I'll take a walk. This was the planet that is rainy and it's definitely living up to its name. 25 degrees, quite pleasant temperature. Oh, we have a waypoint. That's 3 of 5. And I'm right in thinking that those 2 are both, yes, they're both ground. One's rare, one's uncommon. Scan some trees. Painfully hot rain, it's described as the weather. And weather is what type of storm it has. So let's see, from 20, a very pleasant 25 degrees C. These are the autophage I am friendly with. Let's have a chat with resembled construct Yosemite. I cannot imagine these things the contracts have seen, the cycles of deletion and rebirth. I am not even a flicker to them. Have a radiant shard. That's a very generous gift. Thank you for this. I did not corral a gift from an unknown pre-built entity. That's what I am, an unknown pre-built entity. Do you know the Void Mother? She is a relic from she creates Thailand. See, my language isn't as good with these guys. And what I can do is practice language and request a new word, and I will choose a travel symbol. Cool. I did see an animal run across there. Yeah. So just one left. Presumably the rare one. Salvage Construct Uber, how are you? Salvage Construct Uber considers me thoughtfully. Let's practice the language. Always up for learning new words. And we will choose aggression symbols. I don't know much of their aggression language. But let's offer them some help. Have some Atlantidium. Yes, it is a gift. You know of Atlantidium? It is ancient, the cure of Corvex Prime. It is more Theet Alatis. It is alive. So, oh really? You want me to kill sentinels? I'm not going to do that. Let's talk to another autophage. Just because it would be a faff. Offer assistance. I'll do that. I'll go and repair a lost autophage. They are over there. If I walk, it will take 25 minutes. We will not walk. We will bring my ship. Can land over there. And yeah, the temperature went up to 145.8. So why do I even bother doing this? And I don't mean playing No Man's Sky, I mean, why do you play computer games in general? Just to waste your time. But here am I looking for one rare animal. I've got no more information. Than it is rare, it lives on the ground. So if I find tasks which can take me to different land for me to scan. What? Are you kidding me? It's 8 miles away. going to park up on this saddle. That's better. Not far in this direction we should find a broken autophage. There they are. All good? Still bear the stamp of our birthplace. Alright, cool. Let's see if I can find that rare being. We'll check for, yep, no other limitations. It's rare, it lives on the ground, and it's always active. Rust never sleeps. With that in mind, I don't mind walking back. Oh, there you are. Very small thing. Oh, you. Up there it goes. No need for caving, spelunking, potholing. We can now go back and go and see the autophage that sent me out to help that guy. That's all he needs, that help. Just needs a bit of a few materials. And apparently maybe he that's all he needs to get his stuff together. Hello. Right, cool. Cool. Let's see if I can get high above the atmosphere to skim. Probably not there. Too much cloud. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to talk to these Korvax. I picked up the planetary bonus for fauna. And I'm not going to bother with the other planet. I'm just going to dive into the black hole, which I think might be just there. Thanks. I don't really need these guys warping in front of me. I think that might be it just there. Right in the middle of my scope now. It'll lock onto these, but at least I'm going in the right direction. There it is. And here we are in the Gibaixoisa system. Gibaixoisa system? And we are 214. Well, there's a lot of black holes around here. Doesn't look like it's... Well, there's one nice looking world there. Bountiful, yeah, definitely. Alright, let's bring in my freighter. And I think we're going to call it a day and then continue our journey tomorrow. 6 planets, blighted, high energy, bountiful. That was the one we saw from 2 bountiful planets, one with rings, high radio source, and my favourite band from Westossev, Terraforming Catastrophe. 80s indie band, 3-piece. They did get a song singer in the top 40 couple, but never really took off. Toured with Therapy. I've just made all of that up, by the way. Don't listen to me. I'm a liar. What we'll do is send out my frigates out on missions. 2-star industrial. Player of games, I don't think it's been out for a while. And to support, Klar2 can go. Plenty of stars to cover that. 2-star combat. Death from above. An airtight garage. A wonderful combination. 1-star combat. Wasp factory. And do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then we've got 2 balanced ones, and these balanced ones can be done by support vessels. Job's a good one. I don't know why he shrugs when you do that, but slightly off centre. Gave him the thumbs up, but it seems a bit lackadaisical. All right, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to say my name is Mark. I've been your pilot. I've been guiding you through the inky blackness of space of No Man's Sky. We will continue our journey tomorrow, around 11-12 o'clock in the afternoon of British summertime, and play for about another 2 or 3 hours, and we will explore and find interesting things along our way. I also streaming Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the second installment in the Cal Kestis story. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm on the 5th stream. I've only just got to Jeddah. If you've played the game, that might mean something to you. If you haven't played the game, that's fine. Don't worry. It's more story-led, so lots of cutscenes and more fixed paths, some puzzle solving, which I like, and combat, which I'm not so good at and can die quite a lot. That does happen. But yeah, until that point, there is a Discord, which I should... you can get to that in my links in YouTube. And I think that's about it. My website is there as well. But yeah, thank you very much for taking the time. If you get to this point, give yourself a hearty pat on the back. It's not like I actually reward you for it, you know. But please like, subscribe, leave me rude, nasty comments, to quote Ryan from 60 Cycle Hum, which I think is a wonderful idea. Do that, yeah. Tell me how crappy I am. I can promise you can't tell me how crappy I am. As much as I can tell how crappy I tell myself I am. I can speak English. But until that point, yes, share and enjoy.